What's up guys, Mcdusome back with another video, and today we're going to be unboxing the McFarlane The Flash Batman figure. And this is my first ever McFarlane figure, so I'm excited to see this figure and unbox it. So let's see what's inside of the box and enjoy. Here's the back of the box. It looks really nice. I like the details. I like the picture. I like the sides. I like the way it shows you the name of the figure. It's pretty unique. Now let's take the figure out of the box and see what this guy's got. Here he is out of the box, but I haven't taken him out of the plastic, but so far so good. It looks pretty nice and normal. There's the cape from behind. I don't know if you can see that. We're almost done taking him out of the plastic. Okay, there's the second piece of tape off. Just pull it off. Yeah, there we go. So, finally, here is the McFarlane Flash Batman figure, and out of the box, he looks really nice and clean. In fact, this looks pretty big. I'm not sure why, but it looks pretty cool. So we're gonna review it in just a second. See, here's a good close-up look to the figure, and now we're just gonna view the articulation. So, head articulation's pretty normal. Could move the head up pretty well. So far, so good. It's kind of hard to bend the arm, but no problem. So far, so good. Looks pretty nice. Also, you can move his wrist pretty nice and smoothly. So far, the articulation is pretty normal. Also, I really like the details on this figure. Also, this is a pretty unique Batman suit, surprisingly, which I like. Now moving on to the back of the figure. I mean, the back is kind of rubbery, but for some reason, which is kind of a thing I don't like, the cape isn't wired. It just falls trying to move it like that, which is kind of disappointing. Again, moving on back to the articulation because we haven't seen it all. Again, the head moves up pretty smoothly, which is pretty nice, which some figures actually don't have, which is kind of shocking. Moves down not that well, side to side, pretty normal. Can tilt his head, which is pretty nice. So far, articulation in the head is really good. Now back to the arm, just to let you see, it's quite hard, but when you push a little harder, it's better. Like that, yeah. And something cool about this figure, if you can see, you can move the arm itself up, down, left, and right, which I can't tell if it's a butterfly effect or it's just supposed to look like that, but I like it. Again, arms are pretty normal. For some reason, the left arm can move a little bit better than the right one, which I'm a little confused about, but anyways. Wrists are pretty good, moves pretty nicely. As well, something cool about this figure, it has a pretty unique wrist peg, actually. Marvel Legends don't really have this, which is pretty unique and something I kind of like. Let's just put the hand back on the wrist peg. Now moving on to the leg articulation, it's quite regular as well, but again, it's quite hard to push, as the rest of the body parts are kind of hard to push as well. But so far so good. I actually like it. Foot can move down pretty well. Can move up pretty decently as well. Many figures don't have that, but can't really move down pretty well. But hold on, this has to be my favorite thing about this figure. He has toe articulation. That's wild. Many figures don't have toe articulation, so this is a huge W. Best part about the figure, can be used pretty well in poses and many other stuff. I really like this feature. But anyways, moving on. The leg moves up pretty regularly. There's other figures that move better, but it's to be expected in a regular figure like this. but it's not bad. He can sit pretty decently, and even better, he can move the legs back rather than forward, which is pretty cool. Has a really good knee bend, pretty normal one. But let's put the leg down back to normal, just like that. So I think that was all the articulation in this figure, but hey, there's a unique feature. The part below his torso is actually pretty rubbery. I don't know if you could see that, but this part right here and the rest of it is kind of rubbery. Torso looks pretty cool, but I'm just not happy about the fact there's no wired cape. Like, come on, there's so many other DC Multiverse figures that have wired capes. Why can't this one have one? Anyways, this is pretty good. So moving on to accessories, he doesn't really have much. For sets of hands, he just has these two open gripping hands, which isn't bad. It's just they could have gave him more accessories, but taking a look at them, it's pretty nice and detailed. Quite basic, but better than nothing. Comes with two of them. They look pretty cool, honestly. I like the paint on these hands, but I just wish it came with more hands. But anyways, I think that's good. And if you want to see them from a different angle, here they are. Actually a better view here because you can see it more clearer, because the other angle is just close up. But anyways, again, the wrist pegs go in these holes. And overall, not bad actually, so I give it a thumbs up. So for these, I was actually more excited for them than the hands, because hands come with every figure and they're quite basic, but these don't come with all figures. I mean, McFarlane figures, yeah, but regular ones, no. So we have a card for Batman, which has this photo on it. You can even flip it, look at the back. It has some cool details on it. I really like it. And the even better part, it comes with a base for your figure. You insert the hole of the leg in this part, and then it'll just stand pretty well. And if you didn't get a good look at the Batman head sculpt, it's pretty regular. I mean, they could have did a better job, but it's not bad, honestly. Like, I like the blue on it. Also, unique joint in the head, and the ears are pretty short, which is pretty normal. And overall, I don't think it's bad. I'll give it a thumbs up. And here he is with the base. This works so well on him. I really like it. You can make him just stand like this without using glue tack or a stand. You can even barely see the base. This is just an amazing accessory. Probably better than the hands, honestly. But the hands are pretty cool too, in my opinion. So I guess you can do whatever you want with this figure, especially if he's on the base. Also, if you want to, you could make him spin his arm round and round. It's pretty fine. Again, the head is pretty normal. The waist can move back and front pretty decently, but overall I think it's pretty good. And here's a comparison between the McFarlane Flash Batman next to the Marvel Legends 85th Anniversary Astonishing Wolverine. And this is a pretty huge difference. I mean, Batman's pretty big compared to the Marvel Legends Wolverine, as Wolverine's supposed to be short in the comics, but he's pretty small actually. And again, a McFarlane figure is taller than your average Marvel Legend, so that's probably part of the reason why he's way taller than the other one. But good anyways. So anyways, relax and enjoy because it's posing time. Here's the second pose. And for the fifth pose, I tried recreating the picture that this figure comes with. And in this pose, I gave him the golden grappler from Fortnite. Finally, for the last pose, I gave him the umbrella from Fortnite. And if you wanted to see him with both open hands, here he is. Again, it looks pretty normal, but I like it. And this pose is supposed to be him flying, like Superman. But in overall, what do I give this figure out of 10? Probably a 9 out of 10. Do I recommend him? Yes, because he's not very expensive, and my only complaints about him is that he has no wired cape, but it's fine, honestly. I really like the base it comes with and everything else, like the picture and the hands. So, do I recommend this guy? I think so. If you're looking for a different Batman suit, I totally get it, but in overall, I really like this guy. And again, below the waist, it's kind of made out of rubber, which has a pretty unique texture, which is pretty cool. But the articulation is just a little harder to control. But in my opinion, it's not really that big of a problem. Again, he has toe articulation, so if you're looking for a figure that has toe articulation, definitely amazing. Again, check me out on YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram. Peace!